Hey guys, this is Ken Guy, the Nerdy Tech Guy online. I'm off the online channel right now and on my miscellaneous channel because I had the urge to talk about something that's near and dear to my political heart. What is it? Well, let me refresh your memory if you remember or if you don't remember. Last week there was a report on the news about how Starbucks was brought into the fight for gun laws. Whether they back gun laws or are against it, they never said. But I do want to say I think they did the right thing. So here, let me refresh your memory. So last week, in Cupertino, I think it was, home of the Apple, I think. But anyway, there were folks who went into Starbucks and they had their personal guns holstered on their hips, and basically they were not really concealed carrying. They had them on their side, and I guess law there does not prohibit the showing off of weapons. And I can say for a fact that studies have shown that where people are allowed to conceal carry or even carry, the number of crimes is lower than in other places. So if you haven't noticed, I am one who is for gun laws. For gun laws, but also for the protection of the Second Amendment and the protection of people to be able to carry guns if they wish. And let's see. Yeah, so studies have shown that if you do carry, or if you're in a place that does carry, crime is lower. Why? Because the criminals are scared that they're going to get blown away by somebody who's trying to protect their family or their friends. And you know what? Part of me says that's the way it should be. But back to the story that I opened with. So people in Cupertino, they brought in their pistols on their side and ordered coffee. And of course, the left-wing liberals who have a bigger mouth than a brain, they automatically started yelling and screaming about, oh, they're causing danger here. They're a danger to society because they have guns with them. You know what? It's not against the law there. And I think that, I'm sorry, not I think, but it's the truth that those law-abiding gun carriers who are smart enough to be trained, who keep their safeties on, who keep the gun locks on when at home, are mostly smart enough to also train their families how to use it and not keep them away from kids, enticing them to find them and trying to discover, oh, what is this? It looks so cool. But no, telling the kids each and everything that they should know as far as safety and how to use a gun, so that they are more aware of the dangers and they don't have that sense of, oh my gosh, let me grab it so I can try it and see what this thing is. The sense of wonder that we all as humans have that usually gets us in trouble. Yeah, so I put a couple of issues out there. I didn't really have a script here, so I'm kind of jumping around. But the main point is that I think Starbucks did a very, very smart thing. They did not come out for or against, and they did not ask these people to leave. And that's right. I think that's perfectly right, because in this city where they are, it was perfectly legal to carry a gun, and it would be seen, and it would have been terrible for them to ask law-abiding citizens to leave. Not only for the backlash politically, but also, I mean, even if you are a left-wing liberal, don't you agree that if you're living under the law and following the law, that if somebody asks you to leave because you are following the law, that's a little bit silly. That's a little bit un-American. We have laws, yes, to protect ourselves and to protect our families and to protect our friends. But yeah, as long as we do abide by the law, we shouldn't be asked to leave or to stop doing something that we're doing as far as these guys enjoying a cup of coffee in their local Starbucks. Um, yeah, if they were causing trouble, causing commotion, then that's perfectly fair to ask them to leave. But law-abiding citizens, no. So I want to just say, yeah, go Starbucks, because I really believe that the manager at that store, I don't know if they had trainings on this or whatever, but wow, what a brain this guy has, and what the forethought, that he had to actually think about this and say, you know what, no one's done anything wrong here. No one's done anything wrong, so we can't really legally ask these people to leave, and we wouldn't want to ask law-abiding customers to leave. And yeah, just because people are angry about it does not give them the right to ask others in a public space to leave either. So there you go. Hats off to you, Starbucks, and hats off to you, to the manager and everybody who worked at that Starbucks. I think that was excellent forward thinking, and I want to commend you for it. Okay, so this message was not brought to you by the NRA or anything like that. I'm just a private citizen who has lived in quite a few places: Florida, Maine, New York, Chicago. Right now I'm in Chicago, and by law I'm prohibited from carrying a gun even with concealed carry license. So yeah, I'm kind of disappointed about that. But from the previous lawsuit, for example, that was won in Washington, I won't go into it, you know what it is, and if you don't, look it up. I'm really hopeful that some laws are going to change, and maybe carrying the guns and showing them off on your holster is a little bit too much, even for me. But to have a concealed carry license and to be able to carry and protect yourself, your family, and others that you love and care about, as a first step over having to wait or call police, who are there to protect you also, I know that. But just having that extra layer of protection, and being able to take responsibility on your own for your family, I don't know, it makes me feel really good. And so I'm calling for everybody who agrees to just stand behind Starbucks at this time, and commend these people for what they've done. And yeah, that's all I wanted to say. Alright, so you guys out there, this is Ken Guy, normally the Nerdy Tech Guy online, right now, Nerdy Tech Guy Miscellaneous. And yeah, I wish you a great rest of your Sunday, and have a good one. Bye bye.